So give us an example of one of the tax strategies that you talk about in the book that you think, our average income generation viewer can actually benefit from.
I think there's a process that makes the most sense to go through. And that process is simply to save money today based on what the end game is going to be. For instance, a lot of folks say, well, Matt, you're against the deferral of money. And that's not true. For a lot of people who may not be getting pensions in the future, using a tax-deferred vehicle like an IRA or 401k may very well be their very best way to go, because when they take that distribution plus their Social Security, they're likely not to pay any tax or much tax at all. However, if they're a higher earner, now we're looking at Roth and other alternative strategies that are more tax advantage. So it's really a process more than a product.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because the reality of it is, for a lot of people, they're going to retire in the 15% bracket. A lot of people don't realize that today, you have to be making, if you're married filing jointly, just about $100,000 before you get out of the 15% tax bracket. And for people that are under that threshold, there's some that actually don't have to pay any taxes on their Social Security. So as you say, you're working, you're deferring taxes that you could have paid at 25 or 28%, and you might very well be getting them out at the 15% bracket.
Exactly, and it's just really about an end in mind approach, building towards something and understanding what you're building towards. What you said is exactly right. Imagine you have a cylinder here, and it's filled with liquid up to about here, and there's this much more space, and it says 15% on it. If you do believe long-term taxes are going to go up, then doesn't it make more sense to fill that bracket, move those dollars to a more tax-advantaged product or strategy, and then ultimately have access to that at a low tax bracket, rather than paying more later or letting somebody inherit that who's going to be paying a lot more taxes?